Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker.
Hey, it's Faye. China's viral skinny enough challenges are making people sick. Like literally detrimental to one's health. Sick. This video surfaced the internet around March, and although my attention span is not likely to resist the whole thing, I was well intrigued enough to dive into these skinny enough challenges. And what the actual being a 5 foot 100 pound girl myself, who's standardly too heavy to be normal and not enough to be obese, I'm sitting at a whopping overweight range according to the BMI calculator. Who made this shit up? Let me say this, and let me say this very finally. I am guilty of living my life trying to be skinny. Every single day from the crack of dawn, I calculate how much I'm gonna eat from the moment I wake up. Every morning is a new chance to diet. Someone once on TikTok said, the second half of your life starts when you stop trying to be skinny. How many of you starve until you take in that bikini picture and then stuff your face? How many of you wait until you go on the date, then come back home and then eat? Like actually pig out. The only reason you try to shrink your body is because you want to be liked. And this mentality of I'll be happy when I'm thin is sad and embarrassing. And it's true. It's completely valid to have these thoughts about yourself, but it's just how you go about it. I was so consumed in the diet culture that I was not even close to being aware that I had an ED. It wasn't until you guys really called me out that took me by surprise. I was completely shocked and confused, but it had gotten that bad to where I no longer knew the difference between eating as little as a toddler to a grown-ass adult. We're gonna talk about that another day. I feel like I'm not ready to face my demons, not even with myself, so what makes you think I'm ready to talk to you about it? I'm just being honest. I went in for in-depth assessments of these trends that dictate whether women are skinny enough, and wanted to demonstrate how severe it has gotten. How demanding these standards have become to hospitalize young teen and women, all because of fat phobia.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up.
Keep in mind that a lot of these stem from generational teachings, especially in cultural immigrant households. First off, the A4 waist challenge. This is one of the more popular trends that landed on my FYP. And to be really honest, I thought it was a bit hilarious because I didn't understand the in-depth trauma that this was causing girls, especially circulating overseas.
Example, girls have to place a sheet of A4 paper in front of their belly. The message was simple: if your size exceeds the size of the sheet, you're fat.
Just to clarify, all these skinny fads were made in China. So this is where you take a generic 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and you hold it against your belly in portrait mode. If there's no indication of fat or skin peeking on the side and is completely obscure in this layout, then you're skinny enough. Congratulations. The crazy thing is how women were taking photos of this as if it was some type of prized possession, like it's some type of prize to show off. Can you imagine how sick you'd feel being out of this nature just swiping through the internet? Holy moly, and this trending? Now that's kind of trucked up. Listen up, Glinda. I'm sure you're familiar with this I'm skinny challenge, the collarbone challenge. The more pronounced your collarbone is, the more coins it can obtain within that gap. You do the math. If you can hold a stack of coins, you're qualified to categorize with the thin ones, meaning that you're sexier. Because what are curves? But here's a double whammy for you. On this fine Thursday, there's the collarbone challenge saga part 2. Girl went as far as holding a strawberry or an egg on their collarbone. It's such a weird flex. This is me currently editing, and people went as far as putting lipstick, double lipsticks, cherries, but guess what? Even fish, live fish, and water. Oh my god, I'm disgusted. What's next? Oh, I know. The infamous belly button challenge. This really stretches the idealization of I'm skinny and I'm better. Basically, this went viral on Weibo, which is technically the Chinese Twitter, where you stick your arm behind your back and then loop it back around into your belly button. Yeah, you heard me right. Just do it. Just grab your belly button. If you, a woman, can achieve this, your body is perfect. It's the ideal body image in China. This utters your small waist as prized possession, deems you royalty. Anything outside of this, me. It's so bad to the point where I read articles that men tell girls, their girlfriends, wives, whatever it is, daughters, to lose weight and starve. Literally, as a command. Just so they can grab the belly button from behind. Oh, I'll show you what I can grab from behind. This is so stupid. I can't believe this is the thing. The hashtag wrist challenge. Why do these things keep revolving around money? That's a weird fetish. In the original challenge, their bills are about 6 to 3 inches. But ladies, guess what? The American bill is 6 to 2.5 or 6 inches. There's no difference. It's all stupid. Take a dollar bill and wrap it around your wrist. Yes, you've guessed it. No gap means no fats. This next one is super weird, and I'm not even gonna try to go and attempt it. It's called the BM style challenge, or the Uniqlo trend, where you go to dressing rooms and take proof because we need the internet to validate our bodies, especially if you wearing children's clothes. BM stands for Branding Melville, because apparently their clothes in standard size is comparable to an extra small or something like that. I don't really care. This trend has become its own niche where women squeeze into tight small clothes of a 7-year-old to show off their waistline and promote this unattainable idea of body shape. Surprisingly, when I researched this, there has since been a ban in some of the Uniqlo stores where adults cannot try on children's clothes. No shit. But the funny thing is because the clothes being worn and used weren't sellable to actual customers due to stretching and makeup stains. There's so many more, like the iPhone 6 challenge, where you place the iPhone in front of your knees to see if they conform to the ideal standards of legs. Or the grudge challenge, as I call it, because you're literally twisting your arm behind your head and applying on lipstick just to prove that you have a small head. Yeah. What's wrong with big old head, you freak?
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls.
So my question to you is, has this gone too far? It's to the point where young women have reached this tragic state of body image and are desperate to meet them. The pressure is so mentally and physically threatening that the whole generation of Chinese women or women in Asia are completely destroying their body and their self-esteem and confidence. And I get it, everyone naturally has that low self-esteem when it comes to body image, but this is taking it way too far. And consider the fact that everyone judges everyone. It has to feel hostile. I would hate to walk outside feeling insecure and looked down upon. I wouldn't dare making eye contact, feeling belittled because I don't fit into these thin fads. At this point, it's not even a trend. The issue is it's a lifestyle. And it's not like a small population. It's almost guarantee the majority of women there, especially since social media is so influential, you're just deemed higher if you're small. And I get it, some people are naturally tinier. That's completely fine. But when you're harming your body to be tiny or to stay tiny, that's kind of where we draw the line. I guess this all comes down to me asking you to just please have some sympathy. And seriously, remind yourself that the way you treat yourself around others really influences the way they treat themselves. It's a chain effect. You know, the other night I was mindlessly writing in my diary, and yes, a diary, my journal. And what really kicked my arse face is when I jotted down, I am so much more than an ED. I hope this gave you some sort of insight and perspective on yourself and how others can be influenced by you. That's a message to myself as well. But yeah, take care. Love you.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit.